Okay? They are at the shrine. We're going to have a very exciting session. Now for that, two things are very important. Number one, you need to be silent, okay? And pay attention to what is going on. And number two, when ma'am asks you something, you ought to think, put up your hands and answer. It will be very nice if you're able to answer, and you will be able to. You're all very, very smart children. Okay? So it is very nice, you know, when the hall is nice and quiet and we are waiting. We should not be wasting our energy, isn't it? Yes. So let us all be quiet, wait for her, so that once when ma'am is already here, she's walking in, she finds you as quiet and as disciplined as you always are. Very good. Inviting Miss Sen to please come in, to walk in.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
I'm so impressed. You're such a well-mannered group of young ladies and gentlemen. You're so quiet and polite, and I mean, it's very exciting for me to be with all of you today. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year!
Thank you. Hello. 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 Wow. Hello. Hello, my dear. Hello. 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 You like the Mandy story? I'm so glad. How many of you have read the Mandy story? Oh my goodness. I am so impressed. And how many of you has anybody read the Not Yet story yet? Not so many, but we'll do that. We'll do that. We have the chance to do a little bit of reading of both books today. And before we get started, I'm going to actually ask which one you'd like to start with, Not Yet or Mandy?
Surely I need to intervene a little bit, ma'am. I won't come between you and the kids, but they need a bit more introduction on you. So, we've actually arranged over here for Miss Mishra and for you to sit this side at the corner so that you're also unhindered, and you can come and walk, of course. So, let me just introduce ma'am to you a little bit, okay? You see, she writes, and you love to read, but there's much more that she has done than writing, okay? So let me just read a little bit, in bits and pieces. You know her name. Her name is Nandana Deb Sen, okay? Nandana Deb Sen is an Indian actress, screenwriter, children's author, and child rights activist. Her first vehicle in Bollywood, that means she has acted in a number of Hindi movies also, was Sanjay Leela Bhansali's Black, which was in 2005. Okay? And many of you have heard the name of Rani Mukherjee. She played the role of Rani Mukherjee's sister. Other than that, she has acted in a number of foreign films also. International movies we call them. And in theatre also. British television also. Now as like you are in school, Miss Sen has been a very, very good student. She's been to Harvard to do her course in literature, and she's won many, many awards for her academic achievements. This is something they need to know, yes, because it does stand you in a good stead in life, you know. All the reading that you do, all the writing that you do, all the disciplined tasks that goes into it, you know. When you go back home and do your homework and you listen to your parents, it does pay in the end. And we are seeing it over here, okay. Ma'am has acted in over 20 films from multiple countries, like I said. And she has also won the prestigious Kalakar Award for the Best Actress in 2015. Now, you know that in our country, we are very, very aware of our rights. What is rights? What I how would I explain what right is? That is something that I can do, I'm able to do, and nobody should take it away from me. For example, as a child, I have a right to lead a happy life. I have a right to education. I have a right to not being abused or rather scolded by people in a way that hurts my personality, hurts me. And ma'am works for that. She works against child abuse. She works for children's rights. And that is a lovely thing. And over here, let me just read it a little bit for you. Nandana Sen is Smile Ambassador for the Global Children's NGO Operation Smile, UNICEF India's national celebrity for child protection and against gender-based violence, and cause ambassador for Rahi. But of course, our special interest is in the fact that she writes, and we know that she writes for children, but she writes in many other genre. What does genre mean? In many other form. Okay? She also writes, but we know that she has written 4 books, and we are going to discuss all the 4 books over here. Number 1, Talky Tumble of Jumble Farm, Not Yet, Mandy and the Forest Fire, which many of you seem to have read, and Kangaroo Kisses. She has 3 more films forthcoming. That means she writes a lot. And we know that all your teachers encourage you to think creatively and to write also. So that maybe one day you will grow up and you will also become very, very famous writers. Okay? So let me hand over the mic to her, and they are all eagerly waiting for you.
Very eagerly waiting to talk to them. Before that, we need to figure out what has happened to our friend Mandy. So, this is my friend Mayura, who is the person why, she's the reason why all of you have the books that you have. So she's a very important person in our lives. She makes sure that you have all the books that you want to read. And how many of you love books? Alright, everybody, I am loving being in this room. So, Mayura ma'am is a very important person in our lives. Mayura, so can you just bring that down? And so while that is,
we would be, yes, felicitating you. They wanted to felicitate you.
Thank you. What's your name?
Clap, 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 everybody. A big round of applause for ma'am. Yes.
What's your name?
রূপকথা
কি সুন্দর নাম, তোমার নাম কি সুন্দর?
অমালিকা
কি?
অমলিকা
কমলিকা. Okay. Thank you, Kamalika. Thank you. I said Kamalika and Rupkatha, right? Is that right? Rupkatha. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is lovely. No, I'll ask you when. Okay. Alright, so did I give the phone to somebody? I have to explain something. Alright. Okay, now, I was going to say that I am so excited to introduce you to my friend Mandy, but I think you already know Mandy, right? Yeah, I sometimes get a bit confused because, sometimes I forget things. Can you remind me, is Mandy a dinosaur? Is Mandy a lion? Is Mandy a mosquito? Oh, who is Mandy? That's right, how stupid of me. Mandy is a monkey, isn't she? Now, I have to tell you, Mandy is in a lot of trouble right now because, as you can see, there she is. But, you know what happened this morning? Shall I tell you? Okay. She was so excited to meet all of you. She jumped off her mango tree and she started running through the forest, but it started to rain. And she didn't have an umbrella, so she was getting wet. What can we do to make sure that Mandy is not getting wet? What?
Take a leaf and she'll say that this leaf will make me an umbrella.
Wow, that's a brilliant idea. Can we have a big round of applause? Raj, lovely. Now, that's the first
I will
thing.
call out the names of 3 children. Can you come up to help ma'am out? Aditya Raj Bora, Ophipriti, okay? Jitoshri Shah of KG2A. Are you here, Jitoshri? Yes, come.
Okay, now, these are my little helpers. Will you introduce yourselves to me, please? You're Gitoshri, right? Can you tell us your name?
Jitasri Shaha.
Jitosri, not Gitoshri. Thank you for correcting me.
Aditya Rajbora.
Aditya Rajbora. Aditya Jitosri.
Abhipriti Mukherjee.
Abhipriti Mukherjee. Great. Now, I am going to ask you another question because poor Mandy had lots of problems. The first problem was, as we know, the fact that it was raining. So I'm going to ask Jitosri to help out by making sure Mandy is not getting wet. Jitosri, will you come here please, my dear? Now, I can see you're very clever, so I'm going to make it a little difficult. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, okay? And you're going to have to place this above Mandy in the right place. And all of you are going to help Jitosri, okay? So you're going to say higher, lower, to the right, to the left, okay? Oh, that's a very soft okay. Are you going to help Jitosri? That's right. Okay, Jitosri, are you ready, my dear? Come up here. Can you close your eyes? No cheating. Here you go. Slightly right, slightly right, slightly right, slightly right. Yes, great. Wow. Well done. Can we have a big round of applause for Jitosri? Thank you. Thank you so much for helping Mandy. Okay, you can go sit down now. Now, Mandy is not getting wet anymore, but Mandy is very, very hungry because she was so eager to meet all of you. She forgot to have her breakfast. What do you think she likes to eat for breakfast? Bananas. Who else here loves to eat bananas for breakfast? Yeah, we all like bananas, don't we? Now, I am going to ask Aditya if you can give Mandy her breakfast. Can you do that? Okay, can you come up here then? Can you close your eyes? Are you all going to help Aditya? There you go. Alright. Down, no cheating, okay? Little up, little up. Little left. Almost there. A little up, a little up, a little up. Yeah. Great. Let it be, great. That's perfect. Well done. Can we have a big round of applause for Aditya? Thank you for making sure that Mandy has her breakfast. All right. You can go back and sit down. Anupriya, right? Abhipriya. Okay, now Mandy is almost ready to meet you. She's not getting wet. She's had her breakfast. She's even had her tea. But this is very embarrassing. She's missing something very, very important. She's missing her tail. She can't possibly meet anybody without a tail. That is so embarrassing, right? Right? Abhipriya, are you going to put Mandy's tail back? Yes? Alright. You're all going to help her, right? Come here. Close your eyes. Alright. And can everybody help Abhipriya, please? Down. A little right. A bit more down. Little more down. Little more down, little more slightly. Yeah, that's great. Let it be. Yeah, well done. That was hard. That was the hardest one. You did so well. Can I have a big round of applause? Thank you. You can go sit with your friends now. Now I want all of you to give yourselves a big round of applause because you were very good helpers. Big round of applause for all of you because you helped your friends. And Mandy is all about helping your friends, right? So you were all excellent, alright? I'm going to give you a big round of applause. Alright, now that you've met Mandy, and we know that Mandy is a monkey, she's not a dinosaur, she's not a mosquito. Do you want to see where she lives? You'll have to be a bit quiet, my dears. Because if you're not going to be quiet, I'm not going to be able to show you the video. I'm just going to wait for you to quiet down. I know this is very exciting. Absolutely. It's your friend, my dear. You're right. So I'm just going to wait for 10 seconds. Can you just be quiet? Copy of Not Yet, please. What we're going to do is, we're going to read this together. Now, I can read it either in English or in Bangla. Actually, I think I heard Bangla more, right? Okay, calm down, okay? Listen, I am going to read Mandy, that will be in English, right? Not yet, I can read either in Bangla or in English, and I would be very, very proud of you all if you actually are able to understand it and read along with it in Bangla. So how many of you are going to make me proud? Raise your hands. I want Bangla. That's amazing. That's wonderful. Okay? So can we go ahead and do this in Bangla, please? Yeah! All right. Okay. No, that's okay. We can do it like this. I wonder, since you're all so very, very clever, I'm going to ask Moshmi ma'am. This is quite exciting, you know, we're making plans as we go. None of this was planned before. But I want to ask Moshmi ma'am, who is, do you think, the best reader in your class, or one of them? Can you choose somebody who would read with me?
So with so many hands up, maybe I can go by the...
But are they good readers? That's the important thing. Somebody has to read with me.
Number of them are... Ananto, come out.
Ananto, that's your name?
Anantashur.
Anantashur, ভালো বাংলা পড়তে পারো তো শোনা? আচ্ছা। We need another a mic for Ananto. You can't read Bangla?
Dev Mallo, come out. Dev Mallo.
Your name is Demallo? Okay, I'll read it with him because you already had a turn. Is that okay? Do you mind sitting back? Okay. So Demallo, you're going to do the child's role. Okay? Yes, we have it up. You know what? Demallo, we're going to continue with this in just a minute. Is that alright? Because he's managed to make it work and I don't want it to stop working again. Is that alright? But I'm going to read this with you, with Demallo. Thank you. Now, first, can you please hold on a second? Can you please hold on a second? I just need to talk to the children for a second. Okay. Now, when we play this, right, all of you can read out loud with it. What you see, right? You can read out loud because I know you're all very good readers and I want to hear those voices, okay? Yeah? Okay, I think we're ready. Can we start playing it, please? Sparkly-eyed, swishing-tailed, smiley face. Meet Mandy. Yeah. She can jump higher than any animal in the forest. Oh yeah, she's pretty awesome, but she doesn't know it yet. All she wants is to be more like her friends. To dance in the wind like Coco the Crow. And glide through the water like Tonga the Turtle. But, oh no! And then one night, something terrible happens. Coco and Tonga are in danger. And it is up to Mandy to come to their rescue. Jump aboard an exciting jungle adventure. A spirited tale of courage and friendship and Mambi and the forest fire. Well done. You read so beautifully. Is my name written there? What is my name? That's right. Thank you so much for reading it so beautifully. Can I give you all a big round of applause? I'm so proud of you. You read so beautifully. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much for fixing the problem. You're our hero. Can we have a big round of applause for our Dada for fixing the music sound? Right? Thank you so much. Okay, we can get the lights now. I'm just going to do a quick time check. We have a little bit of time. So I think what we should do is maybe read a little bit from Mandy and then I want to read from Not Yet as Promised. Does that make sense? Okay, great. So what we need, Dada, is the Mandy slideshow and I need a book. Oh. What? Not yet. Acha, explain something to me. How come some of you have green uniforms and some of you have maroon uniforms? First, can you tell me why?
Ma'am, because we are class 2s and they are all nursery.
Okay, so class 2s have maroon uniforms and nursery have green? Class 1 and 2? KG2. Lovely. All right, okay, are we ready for Mandy? So, not yet. Achha, you want to do not yet? No, we'll do Mandy and the forest fire now.
Children, we need to be silent once again. You're nice and quiet. All of you. KG. KG. Yes, KG2, you need to be silent.
Actually, you're very, very generally well behaved. I'm amazed by how well behaved you are. I just want you to be quiet because if you're not quiet, you won't be able to hear the story.
Class 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Okay. Are you ready? Now, who's going to move? Will you move the pages one by one? Okay. No, you can't, darling. This is a very technical thing. It's for grown-ups. What you can do, which would be really helpful, is to sit quietly, listen carefully, think about if you have any questions, but you're not to interrupt while I read. Once I finish reading, you can ask me the questions. Can you do that? Great. Shall we start? That would be lovely, actually. Thank you so much, Moshumi, madam. Okay. Let's move to the first page. Next page. Next page. Great. It was a dry and sizzling summer. Mamby the monkey lived in a tall mango tree right in the middle of the forest. Mamby wasn't very big, but she had a very big smile. She was also quiet and a bit shy. When Mandy was excited, which was very often, her round eyes sparkled and her long tail swished from side to side. On the highest branch of the same tree lived Coco the crow. Coco loved to chatter away without a stop about all the places she could fly to and how clever her baby birds were going to be. Coco had laid 3 pearly blue eggs with lots of dots and spots on them. She was going to become Mama Crow any day now. I'm going to fly with my babies to the end of the world, boasted Coco. Don't you wish you could fly like me, Mandy? With a great big flutter, Coco flew from the mango tree to a shady hill next to a cool green lake. Mandy's eyes started to shine. Mandy tried to fly after her from the same branch, flapping her arms like Coco's wings, but all she could manage was a big cartwheeling tumble straight into the jasmine bush below. Coco cackled with laughter. Caw, 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 caw. She flew back to the mango tree, dancing in the wind. Mandy watched Coco glide through the sky. I wish I had wings, Mandy said to herself. Then I would fly like Coco. Next to the jasmine bush, there was a shallow pond. It was the home of Tonga the turtle. Tonga was very handsome. His big shell had a fine orange pattern and always looked smooth and polished. Tonga never seemed to worry about a thing. Isn't it the hottest day ever, Mammy? Tonga lazily lifted his head above the water as he swam. Care to join me for a dip in the pool? Mamby's tail started to twitch. She stepped into the pond on all fours, but the water sent shivers through her soft brown fur. She didn't like the feel of it one bit. Mamby felt like she couldn't breathe in the water. Panicking and spluttering, she jumped back into the jasmine bush. Tonga chuckled to himself. He dived into the water, sending sparkling silver ripples all over the pond. Mamby watched Tonga sail away, his orange shell gleaming in the sun. I wish I had flippers, said Mamby to herself. Then I would swim like Tonga. The day got hotter and hotter. The little pond almost dried up in the blazing sun. All the animals tried to find cool spots in the forest, but there were no shady bits left. The deer groaned in the terrible heat, and the parrot squawked loudly. Later that day, Coco's eggs hatched. 3 perfect little chicks were born. When Coco fed them with her strong, dark beak, her babies opened their mouths wide. Their little beaks were bright red inside. How pretty, thought Mamby, as she dozed off, fanning herself with a big banana leaf. As night fell, the whole forest slowly fell asleep. The parrot family, which was a big one, cuddled up together in the banyan tree, and the fawn twins curled around mother and father deer. In the middle of the night, Mamby woke up with a start, feeling the scorching heat. The forest was on fire! The dry grass around the pond was burning. The fire was spreading fast, and Tonga was trapped by the angry flames. Help me, Mamby! He screeched in fear. But Mamby was frightened of water. She could still feel herself gasping for air in the pond. Mamby! Yelled Tonga again, terrified. Forgetting her own fear, Mamby leaped into the pond. Quickly, she picked Tonga up in her arms. Tonga's beautiful shell made him very heavy for a little monkey to carry. But even when her tail caught fire, Mamby did not let Tonga go. Holding Tonga tightly, Mamby bounded bravely to the shady hill, which was safe from the fire. She placed Tonga and her own burning tail in the cool green lake. When she looked up, Mamby was shocked to see that the mango tree was burning too. Coco, yelled Mamby, you need to fly out of the tree with your babies now. I can't, cried Coco. My babies are too young to fly. By now, all the trees were crackling with fire. Mamby was very scared. She didn't know what to do. She could still feel the sharp sting of the fire burning her tail. She remembered her big fall from the mango tree earlier and how Coco had laughed and laughed as she was falling. Right, what do you think? Actually, I think there's another line. Yes. But poor Coco was in tears now. Help! She called loudly in total panic. Wow, what do you think, Coco? What do you think Mamby should do? What? What do you think she should do?
Jump!
Jump! That's right. Jump, because she's very good at jumping, right? And what's happening to her friend? Is her friend in danger?
Yes.
She needs to help her friend, right?
Yes.
If your friend needed your help, you would help her, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Great. Now, are you going to finish reading the book?
Yes.
Oh no, I need a much bigger yes than that.
Yes.
Yes! That's fantastic, because the next time I come back, I want you to tell me what happens to Mandy and what you thought when you finished reading the book, right? And somebody asked me what is swishing. Swishing is moving from side to side like that, okay? Shy means someone who is a little quiet and lodja, someone who's a little quiet, who doesn't speak too easily, someone who's a little so he's asking for shy. Are you Bangla speaking, Babu? So in Bengali we would say ekটু লাজুক, লজ্জা পায়, একটুখানি লজ্জা পায়, এরকম লাজুক, হ্যাঁ সেটা। Right, now listen up, listen up, listen up. We don't have a lot of time, but do you want to listen to not yet? Okay, great. So what we're going to do is, what is not yet in Bangla? এক্ষুনি না। আচ্ছা, তো তোমরা যখনই শুনবে আমি বলছি এক্ষুনি না, বা আমার সঙ্গে যে পড়বে, আমার বন্ধু কোথায় গেলে তুমি? এসেছিলে যে আগে, আবার এসো শোনা। দেবমাল্য, যখনই দেবমাল্য বলবে এক্ষুনি না, তোমরা সবাই খুব জোরে বলবে এক্ষুনি না, বলো তো। এক্স্যাক্টলি, ঠিক। আচ্ছা, বইটা কোথায় গেল? আপনি যেরকম আচ্ছা শোনো, তোমরা সবাই এটা দেখতে পাচ্ছ নাকি আমরা এখানে আটকে যাচ্ছে, আমরা এখানে দাঁড়িয়েছি বলে? হ্যাঁ, দেখতে পাচ্ছ? আচ্ছা, পাচ্ছ না? পাচ্ছ না? হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা। No, we are only going to read it in Bangla. Okay? পাচ্ছ না? পাচ্ছ না? তাহলে কোথায় দাঁড়াবো বলো? পাচ্ছ তো? এই সাইড। আচ্ছা, let's move a little bit to the side. Okay, yeah, that's it. আচ্ছা, দেবমাল্য, now you can see? Okay, দেবমাল্য, বাংলা গুলো তুই বলবি, হ্যাঁ? বাচ্চা, এই যে আচ্ছা বোমা, যেটা আমি তোকে পয়েন্ট করবো সেটা বলবি, ঠিক আছে? আচ্ছা, তো he'll manage, it's fine. Okay? You will start. Okay, এটা তোর লাইন।
আচ্ছা গোমা, ব্যাঙ কি পারে মাথার ওপর দাঁড়াতে?
পারফেক্ট। এখন শোনা, এলুম আমি তোমাকে ঘুম পাড়াতে।
এক্ষুনি না।
এক্ষুনি না।
আমি পাখির সঙ্গে উড়ছি আকাশে আকাশে ঘুরছি।
এবার ডাঙায় ফের যে তবে, চল হাত পাচে ধুতে হবে। ইস, জামাই কি বালি ধুলো, আয় ছেড়ে নে কাপড়গুলো।
এক্ষুনি না।
এক্ষুনি না।
ঘুম ঘুম জলহস্তি কাদায় আদর কাটতে মস্তি বাধায়।
শক্ত লাইন। ঘুম ঘুম জলহস্তি কাদায় আদর কাটতে মস্তি বাধায়।
আমি তিমির পিঠেতে চড়বো আর ল্যাজটা জাপটে ধরবো।
আমি তিমির পিঠেতে চড়বো আর ল্যাজটা জাপটে ধরবো।
কুমির সাথে খেলবো রেস।
কুমিরের সাথে খেলবো রেস? না, পরে করো তারা। আচ্ছা বেশ। তুমি দুধ যে ছৌনি মোটে, এবার গেলাস ওঠাও ঠোঁটে।
এক্ষুনি না।
এক্ষুনি না।
যাই জিরাফের পাশে কাতুকুতু দিলেই ও যে খিলখিলিয়ে হাসে।
যাই জিরাফের পাশে কাতু কুতু দিলে ও যে খিলখিলিয়ে হাসে।
গন্ডারের সুরে গাইব আমি, ধূপ ধূপ
পাধুক
পাধুক
নাচবো
নাচবো ঘুরে ঘুরে।
যাই জিরাফের পাশে, কাতু কুতু দিলেই ও যে খিলখিলিয়ে হাসে। গন্ডারদের সুরে গাইবো আমি, ধূপ ধূপ পাধুক নাচবো ঘুরে ঘুরে। আস্তে শোনা, অনেক হয়েছে রাত, পুরুষ কোথায়? এসো মেজে নাও দাঁত।
এক্ষুনি না,
এক্ষুনি না।
আগে হাতির দাঁতটা মাজিয়ে ঘষে বিকেল বিকেল থেকেই রয়েছে শেষে বসে।
আগে হাতির দাঁতটা মাঝি ঘষে, বিকেল থেকেই রয়েছে সেজে বসে।
ভাল্লুকেরও চুল আঁচড়াবো যে।
Hold on just a second. That's okay. আবার বলো শুনো, ভাল্লুকেরও
ভাল্লুকেরও চুল আঁচড়াবো যে।
ভাল্লুকেরও চুল আঁচড়াবো যে, নিজের চুলের জট ছাড়াবে কে?
এক্ষুনি না,
এক্ষুনি না।
গাছে ঘুমোয় ওই যে বাঁদর, সেও চাইছে আমার আদর।
গাছে ঘুমোয় ওই যে বাঁদর, সেও চাইছে আমার আদর। তুমি শুনছো ঘড়ির ঘুমটি, জানো এক্ষুনি চাই ঘুমটি।
কিন্তু কিন্তু আমার কুকুর ছানা করবে আদর।
কিন্তু আমার কুকুর ছানা করবো আদর। এখন চল সোজা বিছানায়, গুঁজবো চাদর।
একটা চুমু দিচ্ছি ক্যাঙ্গারুকে।
একটা চুমু দিচ্ছি ক্যাঙ্গারুকে, একটা চুমু দিই না বড় তোকে।
হ্যাঁ এক্ষুনি,
হ্যাঁ এক্ষুনি, হ্যাঁ এক্ষুনি।
মাগো নিভিয়ে দেবে আলোটি।
লাইট
লাইট।
আবার বল।
মাগো নিভিয়ে দেবে লাইট।
মাগো নিভিয়ে দেবে লাইট। দিচ্ছি সোনা এবারে গুড নাইট। গুড নাইট। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। বিগ রাউন্ড অফ অ্যাপ্লজ। কি সুন্দর করেছো তুমি দেবমাল্য। দেবমাল্যর জন্য হাততালি হাততালি হাততালি। খুব ভালো করেছো। আই এম সো প্রাউড, সো প্রাউড। তোমরা সবাই বাংলা পড়তে পারো আমি আশা করি। যারা বাঙালি তাদের তো বাংলা পড়া খুব জরুরি। যদি তোমরা হিন্দি বলো তাহলে তোমাদের পক্ষে হিন্দি বলা হিন্দি পড়া খুব জরুরি। Great. All right, I think.
Okay, so did you enjoy it? And a big round of applause for ma'am and for yourselves for doing so well. Must all go back and read the books. You promised to read Mandy and also this one by yourselves. Okay, now we will disperse in an orderly manner as we usually do. Okay.